This is Patrice Wendling with Elsevier Global Medical News, where at the Eastern Association for Surgery for Trauma, data was just presented showing that 92% of university freshmen said that texting affects their concentration while driving, yet 73% still text while behind the wheel. Doctor, why is there such a disconnect?
I think that it's been shown that teenagers and young adults, in particular, when they are undergoing a dangerous behavior, will rationalize away that behavior. They tend to explain away the dangers in their mind rather than changing the behavior.
You noted at your presentation that there's a lack of good data on texting. Could you speak to that, please?
We have growing evidence that texting and cell phone use and distracted driving is causing accidents, but because it's mostly self-reported, there's no accurate reporting system for how often people are texting and driving and how often that's involved in their collisions.
You also mentioned in your presentation that response times are tremendously slowed while texting in comparison to even other distractive behaviors. Could you please discuss that?
Sure. In simulator-based studies, they showed that the average time someone's distracted from driving is 4.6 seconds, or the length of a football field at driving at 55 miles per hour. In other studies, they showed that respondents were 23 times more likely to be in a crash or near-crash event if they were texting while driving.
And finally, what is the role for trauma and critical care physicians? What can they do?
I think the most important thing is injury prevention programs to increase awareness, and with teenagers using cell phones more frequently and younger, to try and intervene and educate as early as possible.
Your study noted that these children now freshmen, are using phones. They first received their phone at 14 years of age. At what age do you think these interventions should start?
It should start ideally when they have their first phone, with education about how to use the phone. It should also include education on times when it's inappropriate to use the phone.
Are there particular styles of interventions that work best? You had suggested that perhaps like shock videos aren't all that valuable.
Some evidence shows that shock values in young adults reinforce that this could never happen to me thinking. Programs which encourage positive role models and participation in positive programs, such as teenagers getting involved in public service awareness campaigns, can have a greater impact than shock tactics.
Thank you very much, Dr. Buchanan. Appreciate your time.